This ramen is one of the most saved pins on my Pinterest. My ramen picture being saved by the Pinterest girlies, it makes me feel extra special. So I will give you what you asked for. And here is the recipe. But to make a good ramen, ingredients like kelp, shiitake mushrooms, miso are required. I can't easily find them. Even if I do, I cannot afford them. So I used what I had and extracted some knowledge out of these three videos and made my own ramen recipe. Now we can continue. There are three essential components when it comes to a good ramen soup: dashi, the broth; tare, the sauce; kumyo, the seasoning oil. And a good ramen always has a beautiful, jammy, marinated, soft boiled eggs called Ajitama. For the garnish, the green onions called aoniki, and a special salt which I will get into later in this video. So starting with the chicken, I'm marinating the chicken with salt, pepper, soy sauce, chili powder, honey, ginger and garlic paste. Mix it well and keep it in the fridge for overnight. I'm prepping this to make chicken chasu. It is usually made with pork, but I do not eat pork, so I'm making it with chicken thighs. It is the next day now. I'm blending peanuts and roasted sesame seeds here to make a paste. I'm doing this to replicate the umaminess of miso. I know it looks like a powder. It is because my blender was getting too warm and I was afraid it will break down and stop working, so I did not blend it long enough. I highly encourage you to make a paste. I'm prepping the ginger and garlic for the different elements of ramen and segregating them, basically doing the misapla. I'm prepping them for three things. First is for the stock, the second one is for the aromatic oil, and third one is for the soya marinated eggs, the ajitama. To make the stock, you need chicken bones, white part of spring onions, ginger and garlic, and normal onions. No matter the quantity of bones you use, double the quantity of water with it. For example, I used 183 grams of chicken bones to be exact, so I added 360 milliliter of water. That is 183 times 2. Now it's time to make the soy marinated eggs. I finally chopped some green chilies and I'm gonna finally chop some green onions, which I will take a minute to admire, and a half teaspoon of black pepper, add a teaspoon of sesame seeds, salt, sugar, and of course the soy sauce, a teaspoon of vinegar, and some water. And I think I'm forgetting here the ginger and garlic added here right now. And then add the boiled eggs. Not, I shouldn't say boiled, I should say soft boiled eggs. It's supposed to be jammy. Boil the eggs exactly for 5 minutes 50 seconds. It might differ according to the metal of the pot you use. Now it's time for the chashu. The chicken was marinating overnight. I'm gonna roll them and tie them very tightly, and I'm gonna put it in the fridge for a while for it to retain the shape. Now it's time to prep the garnish. You can see I'm slitting the spring onions from the side, and then I'm gonna straighten them and I'm gonna chop them first in matchstick sizes. Then I'm stacking them and cutting them as thin as possible. If it looks like a grass, you're on the right path. Drop the green onions in cold water, it will help them to curd up and keep it crunchy. I believe textures plays a very important role when it comes to a good ramen because it creates a cohesiveness around the different elements present in them. Right now I'm making a glaze with some melted butter, red chili powder and some honey. I could have also added some soy sauce too. You try and you learn. After 5 minutes, when the chicken is halfway done, add the glaze. Let it cook again at 180 degrees Celsius for 5 to 6 minutes. Now it's time to make the broth. I'm sauteing the peanut and sesame mix first, then I added the stock little by little for it to emulsify completely, which would have been so much easier if it was a paste. Then I'm going to add the entire stock and let it simmer for a few minutes. The chashu is finally ready. Cut the threads gently so it doesn't break. The last time I made ramen, I did not bother to make anything special. I just made some honey glazed grilled chicken. So this is the first time I made chashu. So I must say, I'm pretty happy with the results and a little proud of myself. You can keep them as it is or simply saute them with the same glaze you added earlier. I just wanted some color. It looked very sad. Now comes the most flavor dense part of this ramen. Saute some chicken fat till all the fat are rendered out. Take them out and save it to use it later. Here I'm straining the broth to make sure there are no lumps left. It's supposed to be very smooth and milky like this. I'm taking out the chicken fat out of the oil that has been extracted out and saving it to make a special salt. Now, in the very same pan and the same oil, add green onions, minced ginger, and garlic and fry them until they are completely brown. Then strain the oil. This is the seasoning oil kumyo. It gives the ramen its flavor and aroma. The oil also helps to keep the ramen hot because it covers the surface area of the soup, trapping the heat all inside. You can see some bits at the bottom of the oil. Use a parchment paper while straining for it to be clear. This is basically the liquid gold of the dish. Then blend the crispy chicken fat, the fried green onions, ginger, and garlic with salt. This is a chicken salt which will be used as a garnish. Then boil the ramen noodles as instructed. When it comes to these noodles, they are very thin, so they cook very quickly. If you rest it for too long, it turns pretty soggy even after straining it. So use it immediately after boiling. For the thare, I did not do anything fancy. I just used soy sauce followed by seasoning oil, the kumyo, and I'm adding the broth now. You can see in a minute when I will add the noodles that all of my noodles were clumped up together because I rested it for too long as I was fixing the camera angle. So do it as quickly as you can. And there goes the chashu. Add as many as you like. And the beautifully marinated soft boiled eggs, Ajitama. And lastly, the aonigi. Look at that. I love garnishing with green onions. It's just so pretty. I'm adding the chicken salt here, which in my opinion is the star of the show. This salt will blow your mind, I promise. And finally, I'm adding the seasoning oil to give it extra aroma. For the final touches, I just added some of the leftover marination of the ajitama. And there you go, it's ready. Do let me know how you like it. And you must know ChatGPT could never give you a recipe like this. So, bye.